Hello viewers, welcome back to the Moose Mobile Auto Repair channel, and today we're working on a 2017 Nissan Sentra with a 1.8 liter, and the customer's complaint is that the check engine light is on, and also they are having some trouble in trying to fill gas in the fuel tank. So earlier I scanned it for codes. It has a P0171 for system 2 lean bank 1, and it has a P00FE for EVAP vapor line. There's a restriction in the vapor line somewhere for the evaporative emissions system. And so a little bit of history on this vehicle. This vehicle actually came from another shop, and so the customer's mechanic, they gave up. They stated that they don't do these kind of things or this kind of work. And so the customer, they came to me to have a look at it. So I checked a bunch of scan data off camera, because I just want to keep this video pretty simple. But I already found the issue, and I'm going to show you on what I found. So now the customer stated that that his mechanic already replaced the purge valve, and they're still having issues with the drivability, and also with trying to fill up the gas tank, because it clicks off. The gas pump clicks off every now and then when they're trying to fill gas in it. And so now I'm going to show you on what I found. So now we are just under the hood. I did have the plastic cover. It was here, so I just took it off. It just pops off. There's four of the pieces here to take it off the grommets. So I removed it so I can have a look at the purge valve and the hoses. But before I got to that, I was just having a quick look to see if there was anything obvious for the P0171 code. Just having a quick look to see if the air duct boot was ripped or anything, or had a hole in it or something, but I was not able to find anything. And I also had a look at the mass airflow sensor, tried to unplug it and plug it back in to see if the fuel trims would change or drop or on whatever it was, on whatever it would be. And so I quickly checked for intake manifold leaks. You can spray like brake cleaner inside here to see if there's any leaks and see if the idle changes. I do have a smoke machine, but I decided to not use it because I was just trying to see if there was anything obvious first, and to eliminate that. Because if there was something obvious, then there would be no need for the smoke machine. So I did my due diligence. I tried to check if there's any issues going on. And so anyhow, at the very end, the engine was running. I disconnected the 2-pin electrical connector for the purge valve. And I can see that this purge valve has been replaced with an aftermarket, or a cheap aftermarket one. And I found out that this purge valve is no good because it's leaking. It's creating a suction, a vacuum with the engine running, and it should not do that. So I temporarily disconnected the service hoses where the service port is on the, I guess you can call this a diaphragm. So for the EVAP, I disconnected this one first, and I could feel that there was a suction, there was a vacuum here. And so when I disconnected this, I could feel a suction, and I was watching the fuel trims at the same time, and I saw that the fuel trims dropped all the way to 0. And so and that's how I found the problem. So I'm going to start the engine, and then I'm going to bring you back here and show you. So we're going to go inside to start the engine. The check engine light is on, and all of the other lights were also on, like the traction control, the vehicle stability control and stuff. So this car only has 114,187 kilometers on it. So we are going to go back under the hood, and then I'll show you now. So I just wanted to keep this video extremely simple. I really don't want to complicate things further. So I'm going to keep this extremely simple and easy for you guys to understand. So I'm on the scan tool here on the live data. I went into the generic OBD because I was having issues trying to find the data PIDs for when you go into the Nissan into the Nissan in the scan tool. So I went to generic OBD. So just to keep things simple, we are just gonna go to short and long-term fuel trims, and that's it. I just wanted to make it easy for you guys. That's it. So right now, the short term is at 25, long term at 9.4. Earlier, when the engine was warmed up, both were at 25 and 25. And so it's acting up like intermittently. So right now I have the electrical connection disconnected for the purge valve. So I'm going to remove this hose, and I'm going to watch the fuel trim and take this out, and I could feel that there is a strong suction here. So I could feel there's a suction, and the engine is not running very well. So right now it's open. You see the fuel trim 25 and 9.4. So I'm going to block it off now. I'm going to block it off. You see the fuel trims drop to 0. So it is minus 3.9, minus 2.3, but it will be closer to 0. So the fuel trims, they correct itself. So that's how I know I found my problem. There's a restriction here. So this is the restriction, because the purge valve is leaking internally, and so that causes problems with the EVAP system trying to fill the gas tank. So I still have it blocked off now because I'm blocking the vacuum. So when you block the vacuum, the computer sees that there isn't a vacuum leak anymore. So you see fuel trim is at 0 and 5.5 for long term. Long term is for over a long period of time. So now I'm going to let go. You see the fuel trims climb back up. See the fuel trims climb back up. This hose is connected to the purge valve, and you can see that the purge valve has been replaced with some aftermarket part, and this part is no good because obviously it's not doing its job and causing drivability issues. So when I go back and forth like this, you see the fuel trims change. So now I'm just going to hook this back up. I need to use a hose clamp tool to bring this back in. and reconnect the connector after that. So now we're just going to reconnect it. Use the hose clamp to bring it back. And that's it. This is in and this is in. And earlier when I had the engine running, I disconnected this one first, and I could feel that there was a vacuum here. There was a suction on this side, only because that it was coming from the other end, from where the purge valve is. So this purge valve is no good, even though it's a brand new part. This part is defective, and so on these Nissan vehicles, I'm starting to believe that they are sensitive. I believe you have to use the original, the OEM factory purge valves, because it's just how they are built and how the computer has been programmed to operate these. And it's also because the aftermarket parts, they sometimes have problems. So I highly recommend to use the Nissan purge valve part only, so that way that you don't have any problems. So now I think that's going to be it. That's going to conclude this video. I just wanted to keep it very short, concise, and simple. I didn't want to go too much into deep detail with the scan data and stuff. I just wanted to break it down. I already had a look at the oxygen sensor, air fuel sensor readings and everything, and mass airflow sensor readings and stuff. Everything is normal there. It's that this is the problem here, because we can see that the fuel trims corrected itself. It saw it was positive 25, especially when I was on the accelerator. The fuel trims, it started to drop down a little bit. So the computer is trying to correct itself for a lean condition, and so it's trying to add fuel. And so when you hit the accelerator, that introduces more air from the intake system, and so that way the computer sees there's more air that's coming in. So the fuel trims, they will start to drop when you have the RPM raised up to like 2,500 RPM or so. And so the fuel trims, they started to correct itself. So that's how I know that there's a vacuum leak going on. And so I started with the simple stuff. You have to stay on the side, the side of caution, or whatever you want to call it. You want to stay on the side of caution here, because you don't want to overcomplicate stuff. You just want to keep it simple, especially that this vehicle came from another shop, and the customer told me they replaced the purge valve. So I did some research off camera, and it took me a while to see on where I was going with this, but then I started back here, and then ultimately I found the problem, and so it just made the diagnosis a little bit easier. But this can throw you into a goose chase, and you'll start doing other things and stuff. So that's why it's important to not replace parts. Always best to test and to not guess, so that you're 100% confident and sure that that's the issue. And so now I'm not going to be replacing the purge valve at this particular moment. I would have to get it from the Nissan dealer, and I have to tell the customer to come back, and hopefully I can make another video for the purge valve replacement. So that's going to conclude the diagnosis on the 2017 Nissan Sentra. And so once again, you have to be extremely careful when you're having a look at these vehicles, especially if it came from another shop and somebody replaced a part, because it's not always the case that if a part is new does not always mean that it's good. And so you have to be extremely careful, otherwise that's going to send you into a really bad goose chase, or send you into the rabbit hole. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day and take care.